What's up, everybody? RageGage20 here, back with something new for the channel, but not new for me. The per usual, we have Lacuna Coil today. Now, I'm a big, I should say I'm a fan of this. I'm not a big fan because I haven't heard a lot from them, but I'm a big fan of what I have heard. Now we're gonna be stepping into uncharted territory. I got a lot to say in the beginning here, so I'm gonna try to say it as fast as I possibly can. Follow me through here. I'll probably put chapters or something now to make it easier for those who want to listen. But I want to do something fun with Lacuna Coil because I got a very lengthy but really cool message, a comment from someone out there. I don't know if I can call them a fan because I don't know if they're a fan of my stuff, but I hope you would, if you're going to leave said comment, that you'd be a fan of my stuff. But who knows? So a viewer, that's a good word for it. A viewer commented and asked if I could do a specific Lacuna Coil song, which we're doing here today. I forgive, but I won't forget your name. And then we had a very lengthy conversation where we broke down a bunch of the different albums and whatnot, and his opinions and suggestions for what I should check out. So I figured, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through each album and at least listen to one song from all of them before I settle on an album. And when I get to that song, I'm going to read the description that this viewer, Ioworth, I think it's I-O Worth, so Ioworth. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, man. Or it could be an L, a lowercase L, but I'm pretty sure that's an uppercase. Hi. Ioworth Ford. So thank you, Mr. and or Miss, Mrs., whatever it may be, Ford. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna read off the information they were given. So the first thing I was asked by them is if I could do this song. So that's the one we're gonna start with because I respect my viewers, my loyal fans out there. So I'm gonna give you what you asked for first, and then I'm gonna fuck around and do whatever I want because I'm crazy. So this is a song on the Broken Crown Halo album, and the information I got about the Broken Crown Halo album, which is interesting because by the way, if you find this comment, take notes. It's on Evanescence video. Go find which one it's on. That's as big of a hint as I'll give you. He breaks it down, and this is the way to do it. Like, if you're gonna send me a bunch of information, this is a perfect breakdown. You got headers, you got separation between the stuff. It's not one big block of text. This is how you do it. If I see this, I'm more inclined to read it than just a fucking massive block of text. When I see those, I'm like, I'll get back to this, and I usually do, but I might skim. So there is a second half of this that's for the good stuff, the recommended stuff. However, the song he asked me to do is apparently in the not so good category, or the older stuff, not during the good stuff category. So it's a little weird that this is the one he asked me to do, but hey, whatever you want. So the information I was given for the Broken Crown Halo is as such. Now, if any of this information is correct, it's not coming from me. Don't blame me. But I believe in the validity of these statements. Broken Crown Halo was an acquired taste. Now, obviously, that's opinion based, but I'm sure that's probably popular opinion. Using 70s and 80s horror movie influenced and overall cinematic sounds. That sounds really cool to me. I don't know. I like the sound of that. I always thought of it as one big movie score with Lacuna Coil's vocals. And he said that the tracks on this, I'm pretty sure it's this album. Yeah, the first two on this album, Nothing Stands in Our Way and Zombies, Nothing Stands in Our Way has remained their anthem, and Zombies is one of Lacuna Coil's best tracks, if you ask a lot of fans. Again, those weren't the two I was recommended. Well, he did recommend that for me later, but it's not the one he initially asked me to do. He or she, I don't know who you are, whatever you identify as. I just assume he. I don't know why. My bad. That's a personal problem, society problem we need to fix. So apparently there's some really, really good ones on here, but it's an acquired taste. Don't know what that means. I like the sound of it though, so that's one of the ones we're gonna listen to today. We're gonna listen to another one, but you have to find out when that one drops. You have to come back and check it out. So, lengthy introduction here. The other ones will be lengthy but shorter than that as well. But I will probably recommend people to go back to I Forgive if you want to follow the journey of Lacuna Coil that we're going to start here. And I'll start here today. So, the album looks very interesting. I don't know the main girl's name. Didn't she do an interview with Elizabeth? I feel like I should. Anyways, so I feel like I should know her name, but I don't know her name. I'm gonna call her Lacuna until I find out her name, which will be later. It looked like she had black, black contacts in or something like that. That could have been this one or the other one. Pretty sure that was this one. Anyways, sounds exciting. I hear it's more metal than all the stuff I've heard before. So I'm excited to hear that. Let's see what Lacuna Coil sounds like metal. Let's fucking go.
You know
good to know. I don't know what the fuck that is, but good to know. Okay, so yeah, that wasn't as metal as I thought it was going to be. But then again, I think Delirium and Black Anima is what I was told when they like really start to get really heavy. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I was like, wait, that was gonna be. That was catchy as a motherfucker right there. That's what that was. Let's before we get into the music, let's talk about that music video. Let's talk about what I just saw. There's gotta be some kind of symbolism in everything I just saw. Because there's no way, right? I just watched a music video where the entirety, the point is the lead singer's just whooping all of her instrumentalist ass at chess. That's got to have symbolism and meaning to it. I don't know what it is. It's not coming to me. But it's very... It's very fascinating. There's a point where my face started breaking up because I can't remember what I thought in the moment. I wish I could, but it was just some like I was just playing some silly scenario out where she was just like, I don't know, maybe shit talking her band or something, like either proving she was more intelligent than them, or it was just like, yeah, I just wanted to whoop all. Oh no, it was because of something she did, right? I did think that like she's just like, I just want to whoop all my bandmates' ass, show them who the boss is or something. But there was a point where she was like, it was showing her, but just like a close up of her face when she like was doing some stuff with her chin and stuff with her black nails while she was playing chess. So I had this play out in my head. The person who was across from me be like, you good? you okay? It's just like, man, you must like really enjoy chess. You seem like you're really getting into it there, huh? Like, what's going on? Like, if you see that, you like, maybe I should leave. Like, should I give you a moment? Like, are you going through it with chess right now? And it was just fun. I had to keep from breaking up laughing because that just amused me. See, the music video was very fascinating. It was very interesting. Vocally, I loved the harmonies that was going on in there. I thought there was some really, really cool harmonies going on, especially during the chorus. There was some really beautifulness to it. Some of the lyrics that I did catch was really cool. The breakdown in the middle there, both vocally and instrumentally, was very, very intriguing, very fascinating. You want to check those out again. These are really cool. Like some of the vocal lines were really awesome, and also the distortion, the simplicity, but also very interesting nature of the instruments during that section was really, really cool. That I want to check out again. Yeah, definitely kind of what I expect from Lacuna Coil. Sounded very similar to stuff I've heard from them before. So I don't know if the advice I was given that they sound very different from where they came from. For what I've heard might be just more opinion based, because that to me that sounded very Lacuna Coil. That sounded like very what I was expecting. Maybe like no, that was pretty much very what I would expect. But I assume that's more of the last two albums is probably what we're discussing with that. No idea. I know very little about Lacuna Coil. But yeah, that was really cool. Let's jump back into this bad boy here. I got a few things written down. I just kind of want to, besides a few points in here, just kind of really want to check the first verse and the chorus, as well as the breakdown. Specifically, really want to deep dive into those. But I also have a few pointers here, as well as the intro, obviously, because the intro is very cool. But yeah, we'll just maybe check those three sections, and move on. All right, let's get back in here. The beginning, besides the riff after all the stuff that happens, the riff was really, really cool. I wanted to look at that again, and obviously observing the vocal lines when they come in around 35-40 seconds. just immediately harping back to the 70s 80s horror stuff. It definitely had a bit of that feel to it. I could definitely see where he's coming from there. I like the use of distortion as well as some of the sounds that really kind of gave me that vibe for sure. So I want to explore those. Let's remind myself what those were again, because I can make assumptions but I don't really remember, so let's hear that again. So I could even say that some of those sounds are still more recent. The boom kind of sound in general, though instead of fully crescendoing, it just comes in boom and just kind of stays that drone there, that very distorted vibrating sound. Very cool. It definitely gives you the feeling of being unsettled right out the gate, which is pretty cool. But also I just like that the sound, the solo nature and sound effect that they have, and the kind of the distorted distance that's on that guitar intro just also gives this kind of unnerving feeling just right out the gate to the song. Yeah. It's like shit's about to go down or has gone down. Like that is the vibe you get from that sound. Ooh. Oh, wait, is it about to distort? Yeah, it is. Oh, yep. I remember that. Yeah, no, that was very much like you could hear those kind of sounds in like old school inspired indie horror games, like they're kind of based off of stuff from like the 90s and 80s and stuff. Like, yes, absolutely. Oh god, those sounds. There's this moment of like almost like hopefulness, but like then once you hear the sound a little bit more, you know, it's like, no, that's not quite right. There's something creepy about that sound. And then it goes like distorts, gets that like dissonant sound. Is like, oh no, that's very unsettling. That's so cool. And I of course like them just kind of looking up and looking off in the distance like shit's going down is also really good. Also, like I like chess. Like I don't think I've played chess since I played chess with my ex-wife, which was kind of a nerve-wracking game because we kind of we both considered ourselves to be intelligent individuals, so going against each other was like almost like a who's better. Wasn't decided, by the way. We got interrupted at some point and just didn't go back to the game, which is probably the best. I was kicking ass though. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, it was a pretty close game. But I like chess, but like I don't like chess enough to play it like 4 or 5 times back to back to back. Like I know some people really like chess like that. I don't. So I was just like, damn, if it was person coming in, person after person, just playing chess with me, I'd get bored after this maybe second game, man. Goddamn. Anyways, continue. That almost like angelic choir of just gives this moment of lightness, but it's quickly changed when you hear the grit and distortion on the top of it as it starts to bend. Like then you're like, no way, that's unsettling. That's not okay. That's bad. It's the bad things are still happening. It's not hope and light. No. Alright, I promise I'm gonna let it go a little further this time. I like the very clear downbeat chord changes in there, but the drive coming from that drum is nice. That's nice. I like that. That sounds really good. The rhythm of the drums and the bass right there is pretty fucking sick in general. That's really cool. That's the quickness to it. Very sharp hits in there. Very, very cool. Now, the reason I paused, I guess it was 36, not 35. Anyways. is because I now I'm sure again this is probably an opinion based thing. Now I don't have a lot of experience with Andrea. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Singing. I know I liked it in Heaven's a Lie. I think the way he delivered it was really well done, and it blended really, really well with her voice, with the lead singer's voice. It almost came back to me. That's why I paused there. It's like it was like the tip of my tongue because I know I've seen it before. I know I've heard it before, but it just didn't fully form. Anyways, it starts with I want to say it starts with a C, right? God, I don't know. Anywho, but it seems to be, at least it was addressed to me as if it was a popular belief that singing is not his strong suit and he's not good at singing. I've never really had a lot of experience with that. I think he sounds fine, but listening here, I might see where people are coming from. Let me listen to him again. It's like, it's so close. Oh, God, motherfucker. Okay. So, as I was saying, it's like, it's close. There's some tones in there that, like, sound really good. Like, they sound clean. They sound clear. It's like, yeah, no, I could definitely see this voice meant to be for everybody, but, like, it's not, it's a good singing voice. But then it's like almost like an accent comes in a little thick and, like, almost muddles up some of the clarity and tone quality, and, like, just an occasional note that's just every now and then it's like, so, like, I can see it. You know, it's like, it's like it's not bad, but it's definitely not on the same level as their lead singer, and it's like it definitely feels a little off. I'll give you that for sure. It definitely feels a little off. I'm not against it, but definitely when she's singing, it's just kind of like, okay, let her sing. You know what I mean? But them singing together, I think, is a really strong pairing and harmony. Combination, power, strength. I think they sound very good together. I do think they complement each other pretty well. It's just, I don't know if Home Dude needs a lot of solo lines. So I could agree with that. Anyways, let's keep going for her lines in here. I'm gonna look at these lyrics. You know I've been hurt before, but you didn't really care. Had enough of empty words. I'm not here to stay. It's a little bit of a weird into that request, but I mean, just, you know, I feel like that's something we can all relate to. I just think there's some good bars there in general. Pretty cool. Let's back it up a little bit. Let it keep going here. But you didn't really care. Had enough of empty words. I'm not here to stay. He has a really cool look. Andrea looks really cool. I ain't gonna lie. His hair looks nice. He's got, like, his piercing eyes, the way they, like, pierce through parts of his hair and stuff. He's got a really fucking cool look. Voice is not bad. I like it. I think it's okay. I won't say it's strong, but I think it's okay. I like the blend into her vocals. Is it Christina? Wait a second, that just came to me. Hold on. I said I wasn't gonna look it up, but now I feel like I gotta look it up because I think I found it. Hold on here. If I could just see the name, that'd be great. Christina. Just copy. I'll go with Christina. I remembered. I thought Chris. Anyways, they did this more. I have it written down later. Don't know where, but I do have it written in later. In the second, I think it's somewhere in the second verse, to where, like, his line kind of bleeds into hers, and there's this beautiful moment to where she jump in. Yeah, 145. to where she kind of like jumps into her line while he's ending his, and it creates this beautiful blend between their two voices. Again, when they're singing together, I think it's a very strong combo. But it does it like a little bit here, but not like fully. But also something that I'm going to write here that might just piss someone off because, or I wrote here that I'm going to say here that might piss someone off because people are weird, man. The community of these specific fans, you'll know if you know who the singer is when I mention it, is pretty fucking toxic. I ain't gonna lie. Mostly. Not all of them, but mostly. So I want to go through her Christina's vocals specifically as well here, but the background vocals that are in here are pretty bitchin', and there are sections in here that not only kind of a little bit look-wise, but also vocally, I was really getting Floor Jansen vibes. Like, like I was really feeling like I could, like, not the same strength and or like exactly the same, but like I was getting a lot of Floor Jansen vibes. Like I could be like that could be Floor in disguise or something. Like that's pretty fucking cool. So let's listen to these to the vocals from Christina here. Also, interestingly enough, that whole line, both musically and vocally, sounded like 30 minutes from Tattoo. I don't remember who's singing at that point. I want to say Yulia, but very much sounded like that too. Anyways, I love the rhythm here, dun 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 dun, and then the notes and everything. That is gorgeous. And those background neutral syllable oohs and ahs I think is going on in there just make this so much more gorgeous with the instrumental backing and softening that they've done at this point. It's just so cool. Well, I mean, hold on. Let's pause there. Hold on. Does that not look like Floor Jansen? Like, that's pretty fucking close. I'm just saying. But yeah, I can also hear a little bit of Floor Jansen flair in there as well. Nice little glissando there. Oh, it's beautiful. I think we're about to get into the chorus here that I wanted to check out. I love the energy of it. Again, I love the harmonies that were in there. It's catchy as a motherfucker. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Nothing like super crazy in the lyrics there, but I just want to make sure, double check here. So yeah, let's go back a little bit and get that push here into the score. That harmony she has there with herself is beautiful. Also, that like there's some good solid energy and stuff in her vocals. Some good fullness and strength in it. When she gets to the chorus, she just starts pushing her voice to the next level, man. Like it's like she's belting a little bit. The volume of it's great. The energy of it's great. Like she just like turned on the second we got to that chorus. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, I don't look at the lyrics there. All the damages that you've done, I want to see you pay. Like, is this kind of revenge kind of feeling? Is that connected to her dominating people at chess? Is that what the symbolism is? I don't know. Anyway. Harmony dub. And not only do we have these chords just just pushing away throughout this chorus, but you can hear that guitar riff line that's kind of happening in the background, something like that going on in there. That's a beautiful touch there. Well, a nice echo and vibrato there, and the production they have on voice there is really cool at the end of that, with a nice little guitar riff outro onto the chorus there. Very fucking cool. Just that whole chorus just has so much energy and drive to it, with her beautiful belting vocals, amazing harmony there. That is a solid fucking chorus right there. I love that. So next thing we really have here is the jump into a jump between I believe Andrea's vocals and Christina's vocals, and it seems like it blends a little bit more. Let's just jump a little bit ahead here. Let's go back even a second more. By the way, all our bandmates look fucking badass, man. They all look really cool. I like their look. So yeah, let's get a little bit at the end of Andrea's lines here into Christina's and feel that blend. All the pain you put me through, you're not here to stay. It's just that pickup, dun dun dun, happening while he's finishing up and holding his last note there. It has a really cool blend there, and it just has this moment where they sound really good together. You're not here to stay. And whenever she comes in, everything in the background, what's happening with the instruments and just the backing tracks just gets like lighter and gets like just a little bit more like open and epic whenever Christina comes in. It's a really nice touch. It's really, really cool. We're gonna jump ahead here a little bit. Let's go around 155. So around 2-ish minutes here. I loved what happened on the line "Let It Rain." The multiple times it said, but yeah, that was something really magical happened there. I want to hear that again. First off, the rhythm, da 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 da, like that. The rhythm and is really fucking cool. The notes, though, the notes and the way she gets a little bit more nasal in her voice, a little more bite and attack and aggression on that, on those lines. It has even a little bit of hint of sass to it. Like, oh my god. Hold on, give me that again. It's so well done. Oh, and the whole time, I forgot this, the whole time it's happening, it's building. The whole time this is happening, it's building back towards the chorus. It's just slowly getting louder and louder, more intensity, more energy as she's going through this very fun vocal section. The writing on this song is crazy. She even has a little bit of a quick vibrato at the end of there. Just a nice little shake and quiver at the end of Rain. Let It Rain. Like, that is so cool. You can hear it very clear when she says hind. Like, she has a lot of nasalness going on. It's just singing very much up in this section of her face forward fronted singing, or whatever it's called. I'm not very versed on singing technique. I just know what's happening. I don't know what it's called or how to describe it. But yeah, and again, it's not a bad thing. That's awesome. It's putting this extra sass to it, this extra kind of energy into it, and it's having this really good kind of vibrating sound with that nasalness in there. It's very attractive, and it sounds really good. Is the way she's saying that, like she's letting, like, a lot of this hasn't really been like that, and she's letting this section just get so nasal with it, and that's such a really cool choice there. I like that. There's a slide there again. Ah, so beautiful. All right, at the end of this chorus here, we have this instrumental breakdown that I want to hear, and then we'll just probably let it continue out here. I was also thinking when that part happened, I was like, that's not really... It's not really how it works with chess either. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were actually in a professional chess match with somebody and you were to, like, just flick a piece over and then move your opponent, I'm pretty sure they get pretty upset by that. Not saying that this is a professional chess setting that they have going on here, so they probably don't care about that, but it's just like, usually you knock it over with the piece itself. But if you're like, she didn't even move anything, she was just like, yep, this piece is done. I'm pretty sure that would piss off a lot of chess players. That part just caught my attention. Anyways. Okay, so you have the guitar just kind of going on in the background a little bit. It's like, I'd say it's more in the middle. It's not like all the way in the back, but it's not up in the front. While you have this kind of heavy, just kind of droning, like chord-like sound going on in the forefront there. And very distorted, almost hissy like chord going on up in this part of the ears. And that sound on the drums, it sounds like it's like going through a drum machine, and it's very like, it's very like, well, it's almost like someone took a setting on it and just turned it up to like a, almost what would be considered a gross level, like electronically. Hold on, give me that. But it sounds like, it's like almost like it's electric feedback. It's so cool. I'm hearing this dun 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 kind of pulse going on there. It almost sounds like maybe like a seal, something ooh that's happening in there as well, like right in the middle hand of the sound, like kind of at the bottom. So cool. All the sound effects and everything that's happening here is very fascinating. So before we let it finish off here, one thing that I noticed that is, because I've always wondered if Andrea does anything else besides singing. It doesn't look like he might maybe post, but it doesn't look like he does during. So it's the same thing I noticed in Lock Shields, to where you have another singer, but they're not like prominent in that song. They only have like 2 lines. So it's just like the whole video is just like they're finding something to do while doing absolutely nothing. Everyone else, you have an instrument to shred out with, you know, headbang rock and stuff, and you're just no instrument, but you're not singing at all through most of the song. You're just like I'm here. It's a little weird when I see that in music videos, but it's funny. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty funny. She also has a wonderful smile, even though it's kind of wicked and kind of, I won't say cruel, but kind of like just like yeah, that's why I get mad, bitch. Like it's just, she has a wonderful smile. Just look up there in the background. It's so awkward when you're a singer with nothing to do in a music video. A nice little kind of fall off in that note. Like it doesn't go down. It doesn't go like fully slide down to a half step below, but like gets like halfway in between. It's very interesting. I don't know. Hear that again. It's like halfway in between the two. Ooh, what a wonderful start to our Lacuna Coil journey. I imagine I'll be listening to them quite a bit. I'd say more frequently for now, and then I think it'll dissipate a little bit because I'll probably listen to something new from like most of their albums, and then I'll probably take a little break and then go through an entire album itself. So there'll probably be a pause, but probably for the foreseeable future, I'll probably be going through quite a bit of Lacuna Coil. So here's where our journey begins, and it was a great start. It was definitely a great start. Like they seem like a great band. Everything I've heard from them so far, besides maybe Heaven's a Lie, that one like really like that one just really gels right. But there's nothing that's been like holy shit mind blowing. But everything I've heard has just been solid and really good. So I can't wait to have my mind blown. For sure. I love those moments, and I'm sure we'll find it here eventually. Because I imagine I'll listen to almost everything that Lacuna Coil does at some point. It's as I was going through list of bands that I see other people react to, that I've always thought at least checking out a song like Falling in Reverse or Lorna Shore or something. You know, I see people reacting to them all the time. As I was typing all these names out, people to remind myself, oh yeah, I want to check out more from them, or at least a song or two here or there. I realized there's so much good music out there. There's so many amazing bands. There's so little time. So I'd love to get through a lot of Lacuna Coil, but it's probably going to take a while. So thank you all so much for joining me here today. This was fun. Mr., Miss, Mrs., and of course, anywhere in between, whatever you identify as. If you identify as neither, they is also acceptable. Whatever you are, Ford. From now on, I'm just gonna call you Ford. Ford, appreciate the suggestion, and I appreciate your assistance in my journey through Lacuna Coil. It is much appreciated. And I'm going to jump into the next song, which I'm very excited about because for many reasons you'll have to come check out the next one to find out what those are. So thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.